Wow, well, almost a year ago, in fact 3 weeks short of a year ago, we were stood right here at the Bruce Trail southern terminus, and we were ready to begin our 900-kilometer hike north to Tobermory for our through hike, or our attempted through hike, of the Bruce Trail. Now, that particular hike was successful. We completed that hike in 35 days. We started September the 3rd, we finished October the 7th. This year, my plans, because of the bug, had all changed. As you may recall, as you may know if you watch my channel, we were going to do the Colorado this year, but we can't go to the States. We can't hike the Colorado. We're back at the southern terminus of the Bruce Trail, but this time we're going to attempt again the 900-kilometer northbound through hike, assuming and hopefully that will be successful. 35 days from now, we will then turn around and hike all the way back to this very same spot, totaling 1,800 kilometers and a Bruce Trail yo-yo. Hey, Gary here, trail name Jasper. It's the beginning. Boy, this is gonna hurt. It's gonna be painful. It's going to be a hot, sweaty day. It's going to be a hot, sweaty week. Pack weight's around 40 pounds. Full food, full water of 2.5 liters. Everything I normally carry. You know what? Woo! Let's get to it. Blaze number 1, right ahead. Okay, so far, so good. We're about, 50 feet into the trail. So just a little over an hour into the trail, day 1. It's a hot day, and it's just going to get hotter, somewhere around 8:45 right now. But a little bit of information as far as how we got to the trailhead today and where the trailhead is. So we started out this morning from the Bruce Trail southern terminus, Karen, in Queenston Heights Park, which is technically we say Niagara Falls, but it's actually Niagara on the lake, I believe. But as I say, it's going to be a hot, kind of humid day, so we're taking it easy. The goal today is pretty much the same as I set last time I did this section of the trail, which was Lake Moody, although I didn't know that last year. But it's a good water source, a good camp area. 32 kilometers will be the total distance. And I think, you know, even though it's going to be a hot day, if we take our frequent breaks, make sure we get our electrolyte drinks, which I've got right now, and I am going to have some right now, along with a Snickers bar. My goal of 32 kilometers today should be okay. But again, hot, humid day, 32 degrees Celsius for a high. Heavy pack, starting out with full water, full food. So you know what, we don't want to overdo it. I'm a firm believer. I've watched so many guys fail their through hikes because they're fast out of the gate, but then 2 or 3 days later they're done, and we don't want to be in that situation. Okay, so first of all, next thing, thank you to Kyle. Kyle was my trail angel this morning. So what happened this morning was, Kyle, he's a young gentleman that lives in the same community that I do of Wasaga Beach, Ontario. He came with me in my car down to the trailhead, which is a 3.5-hour drive. I drove down, we stopped, we had a little bite to eat at the Tim Hortons in Toronto, and we carried on to arrive in Niagara Falls, or Niagara on the Lake. And Kyle is taking my car back home for me. So thank you, Kyle, for getting me here, being my first trail angel on this particular hike. I very much appreciate it. So yeah, just a little update. And so far the trail goes well, although the heat, you can feel it with the humidity. So again, just taking it easy. But hey, we'll talk to you guys in a bit after my break. The trail takes us right alongside the first vineyard of this hike. Also, it's very early in the morning. When I say early, around maybe 10 o'clock-ish, something like that. So it's way too early for camping, but make a great little camp spot right there. Maybe on the way back, who knows? But that would make a great little camp spot. Okay, and the trail itself is right here, where we came from and where we're going. So yeah, day one progresses well. I don't know, am I 8 kilometers into the day now? Maybe. Everything's going fine. I do notice, because of the heat, and it's been a hot summer this year, a lot of the kind of smaller water sources are dried up. So of course, that's something to just be aware of. It is a concern, and what it basically means is whenever you get the opportunity to filter water, you filter it, which means you'll be carrying pretty much full water most of the time, rather than relying on maybe a creek that may or may not have water. Now, assuming I make it to Lake Moody today for my night camp, that would be a wet camp and there's guaranteed water there. It's a big lake, so that's just fine. But anyhow, we shall see. The day progresses well. Wood End Conservation Area, Walker Living Campus. Wow. And of course, due to the bug and the time of year, the campus is closed. But yeah, the day goes well. We have to cross a busy road, Taylor Road. But the day does go well, the hike goes well. Hot, sweaty. Ooh, busy. I'm going to say somewhere around 16 kilometers into the hike now, and it's probably around 1 p.m. So, not too bad for day one so far. Okay, let's see if we can cross this right at the bottom of these rocks. Nice river, and I decided just to wash some of the sweat off my face. A little tricky getting down here, and also filtered 1.5 liters of water and cameled up right here at this particular river. Beautiful. It's like kind of I don't know, an old what do you call that, maybe an old lock or something. But anyhow, I decided again, as I say, to filter, 1.5 liters right here. Now, even though I know I'm going through the town itself of St. Catharines, and all being well, by the end of the day, I should be camping at a water source, anything can happen between now and then. And because it's super, super hot today, I have been consuming water. I consumed 1.5 liters already. So I decided to replace that, so I'm back to my 2.5 liters. And secondly, it's been a dry summer and a lot of the smaller water sources have dried right up. So the water is fewer and far between. So again, great water source. And I don't need one right now. I just started this morning, but if I needed one, it'd be a great place to take a bath too. Okay, let's get going. So, who can remember bridge number 5, Welland Canal, from last year's through hike of the Bruce Trail? Well, you know what? I don't particularly want to double up on footage that I recorded last year too. So I really want to show different footage this year, or this time on this hike. However, the number 5 bridge, Welland Canal, Great Lakes St. Lawrence seaway system, really is kind of unique. Deep, big, gray, heavy clouds to the north. Looks like we're definitely in for some, I would actually say, much needed rain. But we'll see. And of course, the Welland Canal. Wow. Pretty interesting. Okay, day 1 progresses well. Entering St. Catharines. Doing okay. You know what? It's really nice when you come across, in the middle really of nowhere, a pair of Muskoka chairs right on the trail. That's where I came from, and that's the trail where I'm going. There are some homes behind me. I can only assume some of those people like to come out here maybe and sit and take a look at the forest, because it's absolutely beautiful. By the way, this is my view. Beautiful. I'm in the shade and it's really nice to sit here and rest. Somewhere around 4:15, about give or take about 26 kilometers in so far for the day. I'm having water, and I've had a couple of these little mini apple strudel things from the dollar store. They cost, what is it, $1.15. You get 8 of them, 8 for $1.50. So, you know what, and they're pretty miserable, but it's fine. Decoux House Monument, circa 1812. Wow. Now this is an interesting site. Ruins, remnants of a time gone by. Very interesting location. And just across the way, past where all those cars are parked, there's also a monument for the First Nations Peace Monument, is what it's called. Let's go take a little look-see. So the First Nations Peace Monument. Now, apparently, according to a sign, it is incomplete as of yet, but they're working hard to source the right materials to actually finish this monument. A monument of peace, which means there can't be too much wrong with that, can there? Okay. Right here, a river And to my left, down that river, will be Lake Moody. This was our goal to reach here today. Now where I camped last time was about 1 kilometer further along the trail at a location. This time I thought I'd try here. 2 reasons. It looks just fine. I can get water from here. I can even get a wash here, which I'm going to. But where I decided to put my tent for the night seems quiet. It's on soft grass. Should be an easy kind of setup and breakdown in the morning. So just stand by. We'll walk back over there and I'll show you. Now right over here, behind this tree, in this like little kind of protrusion into the tall grasses and so on. There's my pack, my hiking poles. And right in here is where I was thinking of calling home for the night. This is around, give or take, somewhere around the 31 kilometer mark for the day, but I haven't actually calculated correctly. There's a small country road just off over to one side, but you know what, it's very quiet, and I think once the sun goes down, nobody's gonna know I'm here. And I think I should have a nice, peaceful, restful night, or at least I hope I do. Okay, time for me to have a wash. Okay, good morning. Gary here, trail name Jasper. Welcome to day 2 of my Bruce Trail yo-yo. Okay, so first day was 31.25 kilometers in the bag. It was a challenging day. It was a hot day. Today, I believe, will be the same. I noticed most of yesterday, or a lot of yesterday, day 1, here in the Niagara section. And today, so far, we're sharing the trail with the Laura Secord Legacy Trail. And I also noticed yesterday that we were also sharing with the Trans-Canada Trail, which we did the same thing when we hiked the Ganaraska earlier this year. Nice little bench. We're only a couple of kilometers in from Lake Moody, but a perfect little spot for breakfast. It's a nice bench that people have gone to the trouble to create and build and install, so I am definitely going to use that this morning. So I'm thinking a couple of packs of oatmeal and coffee should be a great way to start the day. What time is it right now? Well, you know what? Let's have a look. The time is, we'll call it, well, 7:27, so let's call it 7:30. 7:30 day 2. Breakfast stop. Yeah, my God, it is beautiful here. Take a little look. The waterfalls in Short Hills Park, completely, totally dry. Wow. The lookout point at Swayze Falls, and again, no water at all in the river or coming over the falls. Completely dry. Wow. However, there is a nice bench, and I'm ready just to sit for a few minutes. I'm somewhere around 9 or 10 kilometers in for the day so far. Just taking it easier today. What time is it? Well, it's 10:30, so about 9 kilometers in. 10:30, you know what, that's okay. Could be 10 kilometers, but it doesn't matter. Wow. The breeze seems just a little bit cooler than yesterday, maybe a degree or 2, so that's nice. Still sweating like a bugger, but a little easier. Making sure I stay hydrated, making sure I filter water at all opportunities. just so I don't get cut short like I did a year ago at this time, just by thinking I wouldn't carry water. Remember what we've talked about before. Do not sacrifice water to save weight. It's not worth it. Okay. I'm going to enjoy a few minutes right here. It's beautiful. So here's something that's interesting. I'm not sure if there's too much reflection. I'll try to put a shadow over that writing. Oh, I don't know if that's going to work. But anyhow, Swayze Falls is also known as Dry Falls. Over the past 200 years, the removal of the surrounding forest has changed the runoff pattern of the stream. So hey, it's also known as the Dry Falls. Hence, it's dry today. Apparently after heavy rainstorms and in the spring, water runs across the falls. But due to forestation and so on, the water flow patterns have been changed. Hence, most of the time, I guess, the falls are dry. Oh, so that explains why the falls are dry today. I thought it was because it was lack of rain right now. Anyhow. Okay, better put this backpack on. Keep going. Around 2:15 in the afternoon, about 20 kilometers in for the day so far, so we're doing okay. We're not setting the world on fire, but then again, it's just a hot, humid day, taking it a little bit easy. Just had a nice lunch. Today I went with the traditional ramen bomb. Ramen noodles, instant potatoes, and I added chicken for the protein. So yeah, a ramen bomb for lunch today. I was really quite hungry, so I felt I wanted something more substantial than just say cereal or oatmeal or something like that. The hike goes well. Yeah. Let's take a little look at the trail ahead of us. Right here, my campsite at the end of day 2. Exactly, to the inch almost, the same spot that I camped at last year on the Bruce Trail through hike. Big campfire there. Picnic tables. There's a pond just round the way called Dugout Pond. They have a day camp here for children, although again with the bug right now, I'm not sure what's taking place. But again, nobody bothered me. Beautiful, relaxed, absolutely pristine.